Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're digging into a piece of writing, a motivational piece, actually.
Yeah, and it presents this really compelling idea about, well, inner potential.
Exactly. It's like a look at the power that this source argues is already inside you, just waiting.
That's right. And the source, it gives it a name, the spark of possibility.
Ooh, I like that. Spark of possibility.
Yeah. So our mission, really, for you listening, is to unpack what this piece says that spark is.
What's inside it?
Right. And maybe most importantly, how it suggests we can, actually fan it into something bigger, something powerful.
Okay, so where does it start? It paints this picture of the spark, right?
Yeah.
But not as some huge bonfire.
No, almost the opposite, actually. The source describes it as a tiny flicker.
Tiny flicker, so subtle.
Very subtle,
Right.
easily missed, maybe, in all the noise of everyday life.
Yeah.
And it's not just subtle. The source says it's often actively obscured, hidden.
Hidden how?
Well, it says it can be buried deep under the weight of doubt, fear, or the daily grind.
Okay, so it's not just small, it's like pushed down by stuff.
Mhm.
External pressures, internal thoughts.
Exactly. Actively smothered sometimes.
But, and this feels key,
Yeah,
it's not gone, just hidden.
precisely. And despite being just a flicker, the source makes a huge claim about it.
Yeah. What's the claim?
It says this tiny spark is, and this is a direct quote, the essence of your potential.
Wow. The essence.
Yeah.
That's fundamental.
Totally. Not just part of your potential, but the very core of it. The absolute ingredient for everything you're capable of.
It elevates it, doesn't it? Beyond just a nice feeling. It's foundational.
It really does. It's presented as the absolute core of your being, where growth comes from.
And then it connects that inner thing, that essence,
Yeah.
to actual results,
Right.
achievements.
Straight away, yeah. It makes the case that every great accomplishment, every breakthrough, every moment of true courage,
Mm-hmm.
it all starts right there
Mm-hmm.
with that one tiny spark. That's the origin.
The starting point for everything.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is how it then unpacks what the spark actually holds. It's not empty.
Okay, so what's in it, according to the source?
Well, it says the spark contains your passions, your resilience, your unique talents, and your boundless capacity for growth.
So all the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Resilience, talent, passion. It's all bundled up in there.
That's the idea. Like, these crucial parts of you aren't separate things you go out and find. They're integral to this inner flicker.
They're part of the spark itself.
Yeah, the source actually calls the spark the beginning of your journey. Like, that's square one for any kind of development or achievement.
Okay, so we understand what it is, what it holds. Then comes the practical bit, right? How do you work with it?
Right. It doesn't just leave you hanging with the idea. It gives a framework for nurturing it.
Nurturing it. Like tending a fire, you said. An active process.
Exactly. And it lists the ingredients, you could say.
What do you need?
You need to give it the fuel of your dreams, the oxygen of your effort, and the unwavering belief in yourself.
Okay, let's break that down. Fuel of your dreams. What does that feel like?
Well, it sounds like connecting that core potential to what you really want.
Yeah,
Your aspirations, your vision, that's the energy source.
makes sense. And oxygen of your effort. That
Yeah.
sounds like work.
It does. Consistent action, perseverance, the actual doing that keeps it alive and helps it grow.
Right, it won't just grow on its own. Needs that oxygen.
Needs the effort. And that last one, unwavering belief. That sounds crucial given the doubt and fear mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it's not just hoping for the best. It sounds like a solid conviction. Believing in the spark and believing you can actually do the nurturing.
Exactly. A firm stance against those things that can bury it.
So the goal isn't just keeping it lit, keeping the flicker going.
No, the source is much bolder than that. The whole point of the dreams, the effort, the belief, it's all about fanning that spark into a roaring
A
fire.
roaring fire. Okay, so big transformation.
Yeah, taking that hidden potential and letting it become, vibrant,
Ah,
powerful,
yeah.
manifest.
Moving from hidden to shining bright.
Precisely. And then the source makes it really personal. It speaks right to you, the listener.
How so?
It just states it plainly. You have it within you.
Simple as that. Not something you need to earn or find outside.
Nope. It's presented as an inherent possession, a given, part of the package of being human, basically.
It's a declaration, really. The capacity is there.
Yeah, a statement of inherent potential.
And then it ends with a real push, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A call to action.
Oh, yeah. Very direct. After explaining everything what it is, how to nurture it, the source just says, now go ignite it.
No messing around. Just do it.
It's a challenge, right? To move from just understanding this idea to actually engaging with your own potential. activating it.
So, to recap this deep dive,
Mhm.
the source views inner potential as this fundamental spark, often hidden, maybe small to start.
Uh-huh. But it holds the core of your capabilities, your passions,
Yeah.
and it needs active nurturing.
Fueled by dreams, oxygenated by effort, protected by belief.
Right. All aiming to grow it into that roaring fire.
Which leaves us, and you, with a final thought to chew on.
Yeah. What does it truly mean? For you, for the world around you, if you really allow that inner fire, that potential to shine brightly for all the world to see, what changes then?